We've got Tunde Bankantini, a member of the APC here in the studios with us. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
For the party and several others celebrating the president's return, and many will say, yes, indeed, good to have the president back. But they also think that other than having the president hale and hearty on his back, does that celebration mean that the acting president didn't live up to expectations?
No, Chamberlain again. What do you mean by that? I mean, the president is back. We're all happy he's back. He's healthy. I mean, regardless of what we heard from different people, putting their life on the line that he will not come back, you know. So, I mean, it's very lovable. The president, if you listen to his speech, he gave a special reference to his vice president. He did a very good job and he held the vault. And it is clear to all Nigerians that the president was absent, but the VP was very much in charge because he gave him that authority to carry, and he did very well. So celebrating the president's return does not in any way reduce what the VP has done in office as a VP and commander-in-chief at that particular time.
So what do you then say to those who think, but after 103 or 4 days away, you give a 6-minute speech, you leave out the ASU strike, you leave out the matter that was awaiting before you even left office, the SGF, the NIA, DG bosses report, and you leave out several other aspects. They just wonder, couldn't they have made the speech a little longer and address those issues, saying we're not deliberately ignoring these matters? Well,
you know what, I tell you something, Nigeria, we are only by twist. The president is not coming back, now he's back. Now, in 24 hours, he has addressed the nation, right? It's a gradual thing. Governance is a continuum. So if you expect him to put all those things together in one day, you understand?
No, but not I mean, 6 minutes.
The speech of the president at the moment is what has given us a kind of motivation. The areas he has talked, and he has said it there. He go back to the speech, said it very clearly there. So many areas, proposals are welcome. We will discuss, we will move forward. Buhari will not be with you forever, but Nigeria will be with you forever.
Okay, let's look at the speech then. If he then says, if we could have some of those highlights, where he talked about the fact that, yes, in 2003, he met with Ojukwu, they spoke about it, he then spoke about Nigeria's unity is non-negotiable, the National Assembly are the relevant bodies to look at any such matters. But then many will ask you, wait a minute, but we all know, I mean, the report says September 7th, there'll be a mega rally in the Southwest about restructuring. They think then that the word non-negotiable about Nigeria's unity should not feature at all at the moment, because can they just talk about, yes,
are we talking about,
issues?
Of course, I mean, restructuring does not mean breaking the country up. You know, I mean, I would still say that's a very fair comment. Non-negotiable does not mean
does that statement think that restructuring means breaking the country up?
No. I mean, the president's statement is on point. Probably your interpretation that it should not. No. The point is that when we had Western region, Northern Nigeria, Eastern Nigeria, we still had the country Nigeria then. And we still have Nigeria today. And those regions have their powers. So if the president is making the same comment now, he's still on point.
You see, the guest before you said that this speech was an empty speech, as a matter of fact. How do you convince him, for instance, that this speech is not an empty one?
When I listened to Dr. Pace, I was disappointed, referring to the confab of President Jonathan. The confab you put together, wasted money, and you could not implement it. You had almost a year after that in office to implement it. The confab that you have taken to the Senate of the Reps is their job to do. You now selected people, not even elected people, to come and sit down and discuss Nigeria. And with due respect, most of those people selected are people who are planning about their graves, not the future of Nigeria. So when you refer to a confab like that, we have the Senate, we have the National Assembly, we have the House of Assemblies. If you want to do things like that seriously, that you know an arm of government that is responsible for that thing is given the job to do. Buhari has not set up anything beyond what the National Assembly would do. When we get to that bridge, we will cross it.
What are we expecting then?
Yes.
About discussions around, or the president's statement? Should we be expecting a definitive statement about his stance on restructuring?
You know, the point is that because as the president of Nigeria, as any president, you cannot make a statement that will not come to haunt you. That is the fact. So the president is being presidential in his speech. So those who want him to leave like an open-ended thing, it's not going to happen. The president has to be careful because I've heard so much things about the president. It's an enormous job being a governor.
Do you think the president doesn't know about the concerns raised by Nigerians about restructuring?
Of course he does. Excuse me, of course he does, but not from some cowboys who doesn't have an idea. Will I take a Kanu serious about restructuring? What does he know? Where is he coming from? What are his own agenda? I'm from Lagos State. We are the state that should be in the front of it.
Do you think the president will take Nasir El-Rufai serious and his committee to look into restructuring Nigeria? That is
the party, not the government. APC set up that. Do you understand me?
So the president is different from the party?
Well, of course.
So he doesn't necessarily have to look at that view. That's the right way to go.
You see, the point is that political parties are concerned now. Talking about restructuring, right? APC has set up a committee, and El-Rufai is to chair that committee. That is the party. You understand me? The president will look at other interests as well. It's now beyond the candidate of APC. He's the president of the nation. And this guy, you see, the point is that we should understand what we want in Nigeria. Are we going to face restructuring and leave the basic things out? The economy should die because we want to restructure? We should forget about other things. Because right now, some people are aggrieved. They've lost power. And we are all in Nigeria many years ago. Now, all of a sudden, we should lose our focus. All we should think about is that, we want to restructure.
All right. We'll come back and let you speak more on this matter in just a moment. Join us again.